So this week some of our topics are staff, how they can be your biggest asset, a massive asset, but also biggest headaches, biggest that feeling in the pit of your stomach when you're worrying about something.
Yeah. Staff has been probably our biggest challenge in business, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Our biggest roller coaster, because there's the highs when things just go well.
Yeah.
Everyone
Although
shows up every day and
doesn't seem to be a consistent flow. It seems to be an
it's
ebbs and flows, isn't it?
a massive roller coaster all the time. And we're so lucky just now, as you said before. This is the best team we've had, and I don't know what the difference is. Could it be our mindset? Have
Probably.
we changed our mindset around staff,
Yeah.
or is it just the luck of the people that came through the door at the time, or is it a community of all of them together that they get on well? Because that's all it takes is one bad apple in the apple
We've
cart.
found that before.
And
I think as well we've learned a lot over time.
Yeah.
We've had many a lesson in time, and we now know where boundaries lie and not to be too friendly.
No.
So our biggest confessional, joint one this week.
Yeah, we always lead with a confession as, be aware, but don't let those boundaries be crossed too much. We've had some amazing team members where sometimes you've heard them talk to a client and go, oh, I would never have said that in front of a client. However, sometimes that client is their person and they've got away with it. But maybe that conversation to another client would be like, no. So it's knowing how to let them be themselves.
Yeah.
I think you can't make them not who they are, because clients love them for who they are, but just giving them, again, it's that leadership thing. Yeah. Giving them the boundary of what can...
Because we've got brand values to follow. So,
absolutely.
and it's all about keeping the professionalism of our business, but obviously being your own person within that as well. Yeah. Will we start from the beginning with staff, because I'm open to still talking about it all. Karma's coming back for you guys.
Yes, well, we've had way back at the beginning, we had a small selection of team members who we thought were loyal, they valued us, we valued them, but when things didn't go the way they wanted them to go, then that's when it turned into a bit of a situation.
Yeah, I think, again, going back to the learning curves, we can take blame in situations.
We had no boundaries back then.
We had no boundaries.
We brought them in as friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't give them guidelines.
Yeah.
But thought we treated them like friends in a way where we gave them the hours they wanted, a competitive salary in the industry.
Thousands of pounds worth of training.
Lots of investment in them as people.
Yeah.
And then when things just weren't quite sitting for them or for one particular person, which then spread out to other people, and it was that whole, oh, well, she said I'm not getting this, or I should have had this, or whatever, and it just became...
I think that was probably the most challenging time we've ever had.
I think that's, we've said about after the fire was probably the only time I'd say for you. After that was the worst time that you felt, because you knew the people and the way it went was...
I wouldn't say they were friends, but I brought them on trusting.
Yeah.
And investing time, energy into them to build them to probably...
What they are now?
Part of them, yeah. Do you know, we've spoken about this many a time, that as long as you have trust and loyalty, that's all that matters. Yeah.
We've brought that into our brand values,
our
core values. It's in our girls' contracts. It's trust, loyalty and respect for each other.
Yeah. And everybody comes and goes. The amount of people that have left that we've championed and supported and helped grow their businesses or go into their new fields. Yeah. What I can't tolerate is someone trying to benefit off of your business by bad-mouthing you when it isn't warranted. Yeah. That was probably the hardest part there, because I was all in my feelings and I got hurt, and it was a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it was very emotional, because it felt like a personal attack. It wasn't the fact the person had gone to do something else or gone on to advance themselves or whatever with the startup that we'd given them, which was great. But it's then to say to people, oh, they did this and they did that. Be respectful. You don't have to. There's enough business out there. See if you're going off and you're good at what you do and you're going to build your brand and your client base, do it. Don't do it by bashing somebody else.
So we're not naming and shaming MD. People know, they'll know themselves if they probably won't listen, because
they'll not listen to us talk.
But I think that time, what the basis of what happened was we built a client base. I was starting to gradually try to come off the tools, as we call it, in the salon, and go more into the academy and build the academy. So I was passing my loyal clients on to those that I trusted and I had invested training into. And basically it got to the point that there was a group of staff that worked for us. One person in particular opened up a salon, and then it was very apparent that there was a collective of them that were up and leaving and working behind the scenes, giving clients their phone numbers, starting to say really hurtful, unnecessary, untruthful things, such as that they weren't getting treated well. Now, again, everybody's feelings are warranted. There's maybe been some element of that they've maybe taken something the wrong way, but there was a big part of a lot of sneakiness going on in the background. What I will say is they moved on. It was a big relief to us because we were feeling it, and the place had started getting a bit toxic, and that's not how we wanted the place to be. And then COVID hit. Yep. And so then what happened in COVID, Kate? what happened? We got now bearing in mind we were getting slaughtered to clients. Clients were buying into this, and we were getting a bad reputation, which was really hurtful because we've built our careers on being authentic and truthful. And a couple of the members of staff asked us to put them back on the books
for furlough
because they weren't warranted for furlough payments.
Because they'd left at the wrong time. They'd just gone off and didn't have any support or any, evidence to provide to the government that they should have been furloughed, and we took them back on.
We gave them furlough. And I don't know if that makes us mugs or if it makes... I still sit here and battle with my thoughts of...
It was the right thing to do. It was the adult thing to do. Yeah. Would you have left somebody without anything during COVID? We wouldn't have, so it was the right thing to do. But
then the lies still continued.
I know.
It baffles me. It baffles me that even after doing such a gesture for that, because they get paid for all those months under the wage, what they would have been full-time at 80%, and we still... I don't know what left such a bad taste in their mouth to warrant that reaction.
It's just people.
I know.
And there's a lesson where you can't account for people's person or how they take things. And I'm a great believer in accountability as well.
Oh, yeah.
We looked at ourselves and we took accountability.
There was massive
things that we needed
there
to learn, but none of it came from a bad place. No. None of it came from a place of selfishness or nastiness or anything. It just came from a place. So, but staff has been this is going to be one of those. This is going to be a dumping it all out on the table episode, because staff has been a tricky one, but I definitely think we've grown from it. We've learned from it massively. Yeah. Now, the team that we've got.
What we've got in place now is you can teach anybody any skill. They have to be the right fit for your company. Yeah. That's our biggest takeaway from this.
Personality is the first, their values and their core, them as a person.
How
is
they
what
align
we have.
with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know people will move on. Well, we used to take it personally. However, we promote it. If we can't promote you from within, there's always going to be a ceiling in every business. If we can't make you let you have that, just when you move on, do it respectfully.
Yeah, exactly.
Go out and build your own client base. We've done it in the past with girls and gave them the client base. They took the client base with them and then still slated us anyway. And you're just like... No, you were supposed to go off and do your own thing and not slate us and just say, listen, I don't have a bad thing to say about them, and let them do what they do.
And we're not coming from this culture, because this drives me nuts as well, this whole, you stole all my clients. Clients will go. Yeah. If client likes someone, they're going to go. Yep. So
absolutely.
That's absolutely fine. Take the clients.
We will all have done it. We will all have gone to a salon or a place or a restaurant or a wherever that the person that you went to, people buy people. So you went to that person because it was them. If that person moves somewhere else, there's a very good chance you're going to go with them.
Just we've still got clients that I used to have that no longer come to us and go elsewhere, which is absolutely fine, but they still champion us and they still send us lovely wee messages. That's the business we're in. Well, as we say though, just be respectful about it. Yeah. And look for the element as well of accountability. Yes, we take ownership of stuff that's happened in the past, but have they? No. Look at the likes of Tracy. She'll not mind us saying this, but Tracy, amazing member of staff. Yeah. So she's an educator, she's a beauty therapist, and she's went off to open up her own salon and training. Now, we don't train in nails anymore. Every nail inquiry that we've had goes on to Tracy. Yeah. Because we've left things so respectful. Because there's courses that we don't do, we want her to have them because they're not fit at the moment or whatever, and we want her to have them. And because she's such a lovely girl,
You know, we want her to progress her business.
Yeah.
And we were devastated when she said she was going to do it, but we knew why.
Yeah.
She was at a position in her life and it was her time to do it. She wanted to build something for her kids or whatever. Amazing.
Which is what we're all out
We
there
will
for.
champion
I've
them.
left places because I wanted to build
Yeah.
my own business. That's just life.
Yeah.
But there's no room for me anymore to have bad taste in my mouth or being bothered by it. Who's got time? Who's got time to be bothered by things like that?
We're only talking about it today because we
it's-
know there'll be somebody out there.
Yeah. Well, we've
and
got
someone
dropped
asked
some
the
DMs
question.
about it, yeah.
And we know there's somebody out there that'll be going through it just now. You'll come at the other side of it. It's fine. Let them
seems
do.
to be a hot topic in a lot of these kind of community groups as well for the industry of the pains of having staff as well. And we get so invested in our staff. It's like a wee family, but it's trying to keep the boundaries there as well. But we've had staff that have been hardship financially and stuff, and it's or in a bad mental state that it's like, right, well, how can we help out with the business? Like, how can we help support you?
Yeah.
And that's what's
100%.
important. And I think that's what keeps the strong relationships in place when they leave as well, because we've helped them in times of need.
When they need it, yeah. And it's that, as you say, it's keeping that relationship and moving it forward.
And then people coming and going as well. That's it. They've always got to follow their dream.
Yeah.
And again, we're big supporters. And there's been many people that we've said, if it doesn't work out, come back.
Come back. The door's opened.
Come back to us.
Happening to us right now. But we'll not talk about it or Jenny will cry.
Right, let's boundaries, burnout and boss guilt. So that's our next topic.
Burnout, I think we were there last couple of weeks. I would say the last month or so we've really struggled.
Really felt it.
Yeah. We worked on adrenaline after what happened a year ago. We just kept, I don't want to keep talking about the fire. We pushed ourselves through it, rebuilt things, but still had that constant worry in the back of your mind. You know, we didn't get the full support from the insurance company, again, because of that whole underinsurance. So I would say we probably lost 30 to 35% of what we should have got back to take us back to where we were.
Because we were underinsured, guys.
Yeah. So that pressure of trying to build that back up yourself, it's like you can't just go out and pull clients through the door. You have to do something different. There's another thing about mindset. You have to use your mindset to find something different, because it's not just going to happen. You can't suddenly make more clients pay for more massages or more hair appointments or whatever. You
need
have
to
to
take
think
action. You need to take inspired action.
Yeah.
You need to clear your mind from everything that's going on at that point in time and strategize where you're going to go, or it will fail.
Yeah. You're good at that. You're good at saying, right, what are we doing? Write it down, whereas I'm a wee bit like, oh, we'll just shove it over there now and we'll deal with the day-to-day just
Think
now.
about it later.
But that's good. That's where relationships need to work. That's where
Yeah.
you say to me, no. And again, if you're a single business owner, find somebody, find a mentor. I hate the word mentor because, you know, they don't have it all right, but find a guider, or a buddy, somebody who will help you when you need that different way of thinking. Because you are you. Yeah. I think the way I think, you think the way you think. Sometimes that's not the way. You need somebody else that's just going to go like that to you. No, have you thought about this?
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day, actually, just getting a group of people together to brainstorm your business.
It's good getting fresh eyes in your business as well, isn't it? And see, when you're in that burnout mode, you can't see through the woods for the trees. Is that the saying?
Can't see the woods for the trees.
Because it's just so overwhelming and consuming. And again, we're lucky to have each other, but what about those people in business that don't have anybody? How do you survive burnout?
Yeah. We'd love to know. Tell us.
Tell us
Send us a
how
wee
you
DM,
cope with
tell
burnout.
us. Yeah. And we would love to get other people on to talk about it, you know, like how, like especially like a single business owner or somebody who's thinking about it just now in a business or in a company who wants to do it.
Yeah.
You know, tell us what your fears
There's
are.
telltale signs, isn't it? Like, I'm very much so, I retreat and I just disappear, and my home is my safe space. My family's my safe space. It's like shut off the world, and I could just sleep and just be alone and be quiet for a while. Whereas other people can be quite social and go out and let their hair down that way. So,
or, you know, their personality, you can tell by their personality when they're normally a quite easy, oozy person that they're more snappy. Short-tempered. And we're very much aware of that in work. I think because we have got such a great wee group of people, and, you know, we're like a wee community in work where somebody walks through the door and you know.
You can pick up.
Like one of the girls came in yesterday morning and I just knew by the way she went, morning. I thought, you're not right. And then just quietly, she's like, oh, I just did a rough night. I've got an upset tummy or I feel a bit sick or whatever. But I just knew from the minute she walked in the door what she was saying, that she just wasn't right. And it's just having each other. Somebody saying to you, you're right.
A wee support network.
Sometimes that's worse when somebody goes, are you all right? Then you go,
oh. That'll be me greeting again. Let's see what the next one is. Boss guilt. I would say that we're in an underpaid industry, let's face it, and we pay what we can.
Yeah.
I think my biggest guilt is I want more money coming through the door so our girls can get paid.
Yeah. I would agree.
More. I think that's my biggest guilt.
We try as hard as we can to keep them above, like minimum wage or whatever it is. We try our hardest where we can.
We're never minimum wage. We're never even national living wage. It's always
to always go above, but to get the, to get the opportunities to get them, so whether it's not maybe a wage, maybe it's working the hours that suits them or putting them through training.
That's what we do, isn't it? To kind of compensate or days out, like Blythewoods. We're good friends with them. We were really lucky that they let us have use of their facilities for a spa day for the girls, and so it's
because we treats like that. You can't afford to do it every month. You can't afford to just up everybody's wage, especially with national insurance going up, tax going up, VAT, which we talk about regularly. We could probably do a full episode just on VAT as a small business, and people will be like, "Oh my god!" But I think there'll be people out there that are like, "You're absolutely right." It's a real. I mean, the government, the UK Salon Association, is that what they're called, are fighting for it in government at the moment to try and reduce our VAT threshold to that of other industries like service industries.
So they're looking at 5%.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
What a difference that would make, because we get nothing back because we buy a small amount of product. It's all in time and money, time and service. So anyway, that's for another episode.
Another episode.
You'll all snooze to one that you can listen and go to bed and then we'll put you to sleep.
Do you have any other boss guilt? I think I rather than boss guilt, I think I get mum guilt.
That's a very good one. Not so much for me now. When my kids were younger, my boys are older now. I don't really have that mum guilt. Maybe wife guilt, because I feel as
wife guilt as well. Yeah,
I leave my husband a lot to get on with things. I'm home later. My job before, I was very lucky. I had a very well paid job. I worked for two guys who'd worked a long time, so their hours were short hours. They thought we condense it, we get a lot of quality work done in a shorter period of time. You get up the road early,
Well, there's some countries that do that. You work in 4-hour periods, and you're like not for obviously a service-based job where you're working in clients, but for our kind of role in the background, you're more productive.
In that job that I did, I could do what I had to do in a smaller period of time because I was focused and I just dealt with everything that I had to deal with and then finish or whatever. So then now I'm home later at night because I'm in the service industry. You need to be there longer. There's so much to do. And then my issue is when I go home at night,
switch off.
I'm on my phone. I'm checking social media you do the social media, but I'm looking at what other people are doing, or I'm looking at an email or whatever's going on. I mean, you're 10 times worse than me. You check the diary every night. You check social media every night.
A big control freak though. I suppose that's another episode as well that I'm trying to work on, but that's my biggest guilt because I cannot switch off. Even on holiday, you're very good at managing to switch off on holiday. I come up with all my best ideas on holiday. I'll come home with another business idea.
You're not getting any more holidays.
But I feel bad because it's almost like my family life is consumed with the businesses as well, and it's not fair.
Yeah, and as a business owner, you don't ever switch off. We've implemented managers, which are amazing. They're really good. But if a staff member doesn't get the manager, they'll still reach out. And it's that never having that time, because something small, you take it personally. It could be them phoning because a client's not happy about something. Then your brain starts thinking why they're not happy. What do I need to change? What do I need to do tomorrow? What do I need to fix? So that escalates. That's 2 hours out your night again where you've not switched off. And that's where the wife guilt comes from, because my husband's talking to me and I can hear him talking to me and I'm not present. No. And he gets annoyed and he goes, "What's the point of me talking to you?" And I'm like, sorry. So, wife guilt's a good one.
Wife
and
guilt and mom guilt.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So if you've enjoyed the episode of us two ranting, please give us a wee follow, give us a wee like, a wee subscribe, and give us a wee review on here. Share it with your friends if we're on Spotify and Apple and things like that. It's really important to us to get the likes and the reviews. And we'll see you at the next episode.
Tell me what it takes to get you feeling alive.